Hey guys, welcome back. It's probably Bear again. It's another Monday, so I got another deck for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at Legacy. This deck I just built recently. I've practiced with it just a couple times. It's pretty fun. It's possible to win on turn 2. I don't think it's possible to win on turn 1. I guess maybe. But I have won on turn 2 before. It's a lot of fun. It's based all around artifacts, based around a card called Metalworker, so let's go ahead and get to the deck. Alright. So here's the deck at a glance. As you guys can tell, there are a shit ton of artifacts. We only have 4 non-artifact cards in the main deck. And the whole sideboard's actually artifacts too, so we only have 4 non-artifacts in the deck. So we'll start the lands. We have 8 artifact lands to turn on our metal crafting mox opals. Also to add to metalworker count. You know, just stuff like that. So we have 4 citadels, 4 great furnaces. We have 8 2 lands. They tap for 2. We have the city traders and the ancient tombs. We like these because if we can make 2 mana on turn 1, we can accelerate into cards like Grim Monolith on turn 1, which let us make 3 mana. So that can let us do really stupid things like turn 1 Metalworker, turn 1 Trinisphere. You know, it gets really out of hand. I mean, you can also turn on Lodestone Golem if you have the Mox Opal to go along with it. We have 3 Caverner Souls. The reason we don't have 4 is because we need our other lands are much more important than these. But making golems uncounterable or naming constructs in a spot where you need to resolve your Forge Master to get your Blightsteel or whatever, or even just naming Worm and putting down Worm Coil after Worm Coil is drawn. And then we have just 2 basic mountains to help cast our Goblin Welders. And I mean, everything's colorless, so the mountains don't really hurt us at all. They're just, you know, help us. So we have, what is this, 8, 16, 21 lands. We'll go up to the creatures here. We have 4 Goblin Welders. These let us exchange target artifact player controls for target artifact in that player's graveyard. We can do a lot of stupid things with this. We can sack our Grim Monoliths to get back a countered Forge Master after using the 3 mana, and then the next turn we can get that Grim Monolith back. Stuff like that. Obviously, the namesake of the deck, Metalworker. You tap it, make 2 mana for each artifact that you reveal from your hand, so it's a must kill when it hits the board, otherwise it leads to just some ridiculous early turn plays. Lodestone Golem, he's part of our early game disruption plan, and he's a big beat stick. He's a 5/3, and he's just a strong card. Cthulhu Forge Master, which allows us to get into our late game package of spells to actually finish the game off or entice a concession out of our opponent. Even alone, you know, 3/5's a 3/5 in Legacy. Things only get so big, and usually we're just gonna sack it to get its ability anyway. And then we have 3 Worm Coil engines. Very strong in Legacy. Hard to deal with. Leaves guys behind after. The only thing that really wrecks this is things like Swords of Plowshares is what I'm thinking of. But against decks like that, we'll just bring in Spell Skites, things like that anyway. So typically it doesn't really hurt us too much. And then our Cthulhu Forge Master package is actually 4 cards in the main anyway. We have a Colosso de Cordo Corrupto, the Blightsteel, Trample, Infector. He comes down just to kill people on the spot if it's necessary. We have a Sundering Titan, which can basically just lock people out of the game if they're getting a little greedy with their land base and we just want to blow them all up. We have a Spine of Vishah if there's a permanent that we have to get off the board or if we just want to start a chain by spining things, sacking them to welders or whatever, and then or forge masters, and then bringing them back over again because they go back to our hand. And then we have Staff of Domination, which is usually how you get your early game combos, like your turn 2 kill. You can make infinite mana. Draw all your cards, make all your mana. You can gain infinite life, untap infinite creatures, tap infinite creatures, and draw infinite cards. And that'll let you kill on the spot because you'll be able to find a Lightning Greaves and a Blightsteel Colossus, or just make infinite Spine of Ishaz. And then we go to our spell package. We have 2 Mox Opals just for early game Metalcraft, early game, just making stuff, making more mana. We have 2 Voltaic Keys. I guess it kind of fills a little bit of a similar role, except Voltaic Key will usually let us do dumber things like, have 2 activations of Metalworker on the same turn, or have an easier untap step for the Grim Monolith. We have Lightning Greaves. This helps us supplement like onboard kills. Just play this, play a fatty, equip, hit you. It can just swing the game really fast. We don't play any more than 2 though because it's not vital to the deck, and it is good just to have like a Metalworker on it, just making Metalworker untargetable. We have 4 Grim Monoliths, which are also our catalysts to helping us making the early game mana to do a lot of dumb things in the beginning. Tapping 2 for tapping 3. Even if you don't use it that turn, you have 5 the next turn. And then we have more of a Disrupt package, which is 3 Chalice and 3 Trinispheres, Chalice of the Void. This can turn off, if you have one of these in your opening hand against mono red, you can pretty much kill them on the spot. Chalice on 1, Trinisphere. If you have it against things like Rug Delver, it's almost a must answer because they work off so little lands. There's plenty of decks that just get crushed by these cards, and they're must answers. So we play a good number of them in the main. We go over to the sideboard. It's highly untested. So yeah, I don't give a fuck. We have 3 Phyrexian Metamorph. Not sure why they're here. They seem good. We have 3 Phyrexian Revokers, obviously in here to name, cards like Jace, or, just killing cards like that. I mean, it's activated abilities, so it can affect a lot of things. I mean, shit, you can bring it in against elves and, name some card in there that would help. Nettle Sentinel or something. You got 2 Ratchet Bombs. A lot of decks in Legacy run off low casting cost. We are all high, so we'll bring those in. We have another Trinisphere and another Chalice for our disruption plan, depending on what decks we play against. We have 2 Spell Skites for the decks that play a lot of removal, and when we want to protect our guys, we bring in a couple of these. We have 2 Tormod's Crypts for the decks that get a little sketchy with the graveyards. We don't want that to happen too much, but they're not that great against anything except for really Dredge, so we only have a couple in here. And then we have a Steel Helicite, which comes in against basically people that just like to blow the board up with permanents, things like elves, goblins, kind of like, it's like a big ratchet bomb, it's like a big dragony ratchet bomb on a stick type thing. So he crushes people. But, alright guys, there is the deck. It is another Monday. Have a good day, and I will see you guys next week.